Welcome back to Trekyards, everybody.
Hi guys.
Today we want to talk to you a little about Star Trek Renegades.
What is Star Trek Renegades, Stuart?
Well, Star Trek Renegades is a fan film, independent movie, if you will, released earlier this year and brought to you by the talented team behind Of Gods and Men.
That's a fun movie.
It really was. You should all check it out if you haven't, and it's definitely worth a rewatch if you've already seen it.
Yeah.
As with a lot of these fan films, the budget for the film was raised with support of fans like myself and like Samuel and like all of you out there. You guys made it happen, and like I said, I know you donated, Samuel.
I did way back when, and I was happy to give such an exciting project. Come on, Tim Russ, Walter Koenig, and even as we now know him, Scott Nakata, production designer. It's a great team.
Yeah, the film has now come out and is around the 900,000 views on YouTube.
Nice.
And as I've said before, it's a very fun film, and it gets better the more times you
Yep.
watch it. And you really learn to appreciate all the effort and talent that went into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was a backer, so I got to see it a little bit earlier, and it was great to see the improvements that version and to the final version was. Yeah, a lot of time and effort into this film.
But now they are running a new Kickstarter campaign, which means all or nothing for their episodes 2 and 3, which will be Walter Koenig's last performance as Pavel Chekhov. The last time we would get to see a TOS actor be in the iconic role that we all grew up with. And I, for one, am thrilled about that. Whenever we have the chance to see a TOS cast member reprise their roles, it's awesome. And to be able to look forward to something like that, as a TOS fanboy, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it is incredible. I mean, 50 years later, 49 in series 2, but that's like, what a guy. Yeah. So this Kickstarter is running down, and they're almost at their goal of 350,000. Very, very close. And as we said, it is Kickstarter, not Indiegogo. So if they don't reach their full goal, they don't get anything. So it ends on December 3rd at 4 a.m. GMT 00, which is my time. So if you guys can, please do over and donate what you can. Got some good perks. And this is a film we really want to see made. Come on, we all want to see more post-Voyager stories. This has got a great cast and fantastic people behind the scenes. It is really worth giving money to all guys.
Speaking of which, people behind the scenes, I guess we have a little bit of an announcement here on Trekyards. Samuel, I'll let you be the one to do this.
Well, guys, some of you might have been eagle-eyed, and actually, those who stay through the credits of Renegades might have seen my name actually pop up once or twice. Yeah, I did in fact actually work on Renegades as the post-production, behind-the-scenes videographer and editor.
Really?
Yes.
What does that mean exactly, Samuel?
Well, basically, I was brought in right at the end or near the end. I did almost all of the behind-the-scenes for the DVD and the Blu-ray. I actually got my copy of the DVD here. Renegades. Yeah, so if you got the DVD, then you got my 45-minute visual effects documentary. If you got the Blu-ray, then you got the 45-minute documentary and another 14 featurettes I made for the content. This totals around 2.5 hours of material just in those featurettes. So if you combine the documentary and the featurettes for the Blu-ray, that's around 3 hours and 10 minutes of work you guys can enjoy. Yeah, I went kind of all out with that. I really wanted to do a lot, and a lot of good stuff on that Blu-ray.
That's awesome.
Right.
Well, as all you Trekyards viewers know, we've already had the talented Scott Nakata on our show discussing all of his fantastic designs for Renegades.
And even Adrian Wilkinson, star of Renegades.
I was just about to say that. We've even been privileged enough to be joined by the beautiful and charming Lexa Singh herself, Adrian Wilkinson, and she joined us for an episode or two talking about the Icarus. So, how was it working with these people and all the other talented people involved with this production?
Yeah, so the great thing is that VFX documentary, I love behind the scenes of all DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm a big fan of getting everything we can because that's where you learn those nuggets that are really interesting. Come on, Trekyards is what we do.
It's like the favorite part of the DVDs for me is the making of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the film, but get special features, you get this extra layer. And so I wanted to produce the best thing possible for Renegades because, it was such a cool sounding film and I wanted to make the best thing possible. So we got in contact through Scott. Actually, he recommended me. He knew some of my other work, got me involved with the executive producer Sky Conway. He gave me the green light, and my plan was to make what you'd expect from an industry level motion picture DVD or Blu-ray, because that's what I think people would expect, given the most detail possible. So I wanted to make if you haven't seen the documentary, you really should. It's great. It covers every element of the VFX process, from color correction to shipbuilding to design to green screen specifically to all the different elements. And I managed to bring in everyone from all the different parts. So I've got the amazing Chris Dawson, who was one of the lead VFX artists. He worked on Insurrection, he worked on Nemesis. You know, he's worked on a lot of this great stuff. You know, Yoshi Vu's now on Game of Thrones. Michael Struck, who runs an amazing company, does loads of little things that fix the film. You know, Scott Nakada, obviously. We talked to Rick Sternbach, who designed The Archer. Yeah, The Archer. We did. It's been a while now, guys. You know, obviously Scott did the Icarus. You know, I talked in depth to Tobias about how he builds the scenes. You know, everyone. I took out all the stops to bring the most full documentary, and that was just the documentary. Then I went ahead and made all these individual pieces to really get into the depth. You know, how did they build the Icarus? All the different steps. You know, I worked with Roland Barron to take us through all the different steps of this model to really get into the depth, which was kind of ironic because we made the episodes on the ships. I sort of knew more than I had to let on because, you know, you're not meant to work on, you know, special information. So when we did the episode, I was like, I think it was after the episode actually I got involved. So I didn't know then, but in editing I was like, oh, I know all this information that we talk about. Why can't I include it? Yeah.
Well, you mentioned a lot of Trekyards guest stars on there. Tobias Richter, Rick Sternbach, like I said, we have Scott Nakada and Adrian Wilkinson.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but notice that there's no Captain Foley name in the credits for the Renegades. I mean, I know I didn't do anything, but come on.
Well, we did.
Can I add something to the future?
Well, we did want to include the Trekyards episode, the Icarus one, on the DVD or the Blu-ray, but it was a limit of space, and because it was less up-to-date information. But I know that they like our formula, and obviously we've had enough of the team work on it. You know, like I say, Adrian and Scott. So I'd like to see in the future, you know, we've got some really good plans with the Klingon battlecruiser and some Renegade content coming along. I think if this Kickstarter's, you know, successfully funded, and I've been told by several people they want to bring back. Not officially asked yet, but I'm looking forward to that call. Do some good things, and hopefully the Trekyards episodes will be on the next Blu-ray, which is always fun. But didn't make it on this one. Yeah, we worked with some good guys, and I think, you know, working on Trekyards, you know, we had the connection with John, with John Eves, with Rick Sternbach, so I managed to bring them onto the documentary. Yeah. It's something I didn't actually tell any of the executive producers of Renegades that I brought them on. No one expected that, and so when they saw it, they're like, "Wow, you even got John, you even got Rick," and everyone knows how difficult John is to get. So that was a nice little detail I put in. Yeah, I put all the stops to make it really everything documentary.
Yeah, now a lot of passionate people pour their hearts and souls into these things, and they don't get paid for it. So, if you guys out there, if you can support the Kickstarter campaign and help them out, I really want to see more Renegades.
Yeah, I want to work on more Renegades.
Definitely go. I mean, it's limited time. There's 2 days left in the thing. Please go and help. I mean, we've all contributed. I've even contributed this time around a little bit more than last time. So I really want to help out, and please.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Renegades is that this is the biggest passion project fan film. Axnar has, you know, they got the budget, they got the professionals, they're doing it on a more like industry from the get-go. Renegades is the hardest core fans that you know. You know, that they did a film on a tiny budget and made it into a feature-length film that looks great for the money. I mean, wow. And that's because everyone put free time in, years almost in some cases, you know, time in to make this film incredible. And it, you know,
plus I got to jump in and say that since the first one's been released, they've signed on Terry Farrell, a whole bunch of other original Star Trek actors.
We've got Nog coming back as Nog, which is great. Jake Sisko, Chakotay. I mean, these are main cast members of DS9 and Voyager. That is a great new addition. Plus the current guys we've got. I mean, just having Adrian, just seeing Adrian back, it would be great.
Yeah.
And, you know, bigger budget this time, actually be able to spend it all on the production. And again, we know Scott a lot better now. He's got a lot of great ideas. It's a true passion film that people aren't being paid for. It's unlike Axnar. This is. I wasn't paid, and I put a month solid. You know, that's the only thing I did for a month was Renegades. You know, a lot of work, a lot of toing and froing. I mean, I had to interview, I think, 13 people, different time zones. It was a hell of a lot of work. But I mean, this is post Voyager. This is the future. This is actual new Trek. And you might think the universe is a bit dark they've created, but it's still interesting. And there's so much stuff. And that pilot didn't have all the answers, and that's the point. And episode 2 and 3 can be amazing. So seriously, guys, anything to donate, just to reach that goal, and we can make that next film, and then I can help bring some amazing, hopefully some more behind the scenes. And I know how much effort was put in. Seriously, I've worked, you know, I've spent hours with all these different VFX people on Skype, chatting, getting to know them, and talking to them about their work and getting all that detail. And there's so much passion, these are huge Trek fans that yeah.
Absolutely. So do Team Trekyards a favor and go over and help the Kickstarter guys.
Yeah.
Or help Renegades over on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Because
it's definitely worth it.
We want to see more Trek. So
yeah. And who knows, some of the things we've been thinking of ship-wise might even make it into the next film. You never know. So some good stuff, guys. And like I say, we're so close to that goal. Help Renegades, help us, help us get to the next level. And it'll be amazing. Come on, you want to see Walter Koenig's last performance? Imagine having that signed on, that ready. He loves the script, and to get ripped away. Come on, we need to get him last performance.
Absolutely.
And I've met Tim Russ a couple of times, and interviewing him at LFCC was great because he'd seen all the work. A quick side note on that. So we did all the interviews, and we haven't released the Icarus one yet, but we spoke to him, and he's the director of Renegades, and he knew me. We'd corresponded by email for a few weeks actually, and he'd just seen all my content because one of the guys behind the scenes told him to see the stuff because he knew he was meeting me there. So he'd seen everything the night before, all the stuff he hadn't seen yet, and he shook my hand and said, "Brilliant stuff, well done." So that was nice moment to have at LFCC. So I know Tim Russ as well, and I want to work with these guys again. Great team.
So yeah, more Renegades is a good thing. Like we said, there's more Star Trek cast members on board that are going to reprise their roles, or in some cases maybe have new roles, and that just blows my mind. I love that. I love seeing that kind of stuff. So
yes,
please help out
if you can. And this new TV show in 2017, it might not be what we want. This at least will be canonically right and amazing, and come on, the Icarus is awesome, and the Archer's awesome, and anyway. Donate if you can, and hope you guys, if you did notice that I was in the film, in the credits, thanks guys. But we're trying to keep this quiet because we were waiting till the last moment until we knew if it was what was actually going on the discs. We didn't want to announce stuff that wasn't going to be on, but discs are out. It's a lot of good stuff. So if you want to see 3 hours and 10 minutes of behind the scenes that was never going to be made unless I'd got involved, get the Blu-ray, get the DVD. It's great stuff. And
when you go over there, tell them that Team Trekyard sent you.
Yes, and then hopefully we'll get some even more stuff on the next Blu-rays and DVDs. That is the future, and only there with your donation. So anyway, let's close this out because we're repeating ourselves now. Thank you guys, and if you have any questions on Renegades, pop me a message because I know quite a bit. Behind the scenes has some advantages, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. I would definitely do it again. So yeah, well, enjoy our regular content, guys, and like I say, 2 days left, so donate if you can, and enjoy everything released this week and next week, and yeah. See you guys.
Bye.